I'm currently trying to watch every single Disney short that there is, and in doing so, I came upon the list of the Academy Awards Best Short Film winners, and I realised on there that there were several studios that weren't Disney. Let's face it, Disney won a large bulk of them. But there were some others that I kind of realised I'd never really explored in terms of their animation style. And I thought I'd start kind of watching these shorts and discussing them, and maybe even, sharing my thoughts on which one I thought should have won. And that's certainly the case that I can do here, because the 1932 nominees were Flowers and Trees by Disney, which I've reviewed previously, Mickey's Orphans, which will be reviewed the same day as this, and It's Got Me Again, which is a Warner Brothers short film, part of their Merrie Melodies series, which I feel like is trying to parody Silly Symphony. And this was directed by Rudolf Ising, and I really thoroughly enjoyed this one. So it didn't win. There were 3 nominees. The one that I thought should have won was Mickey's Orphans, which I will discuss in more detail in a separate review. But this one I thought was pretty pleasing, particularly the soundtrack. So it's about 7 minutes in length. And for the bulk of the film, there are these tiny little mice. And, straight away when I saw these mice, I thought, are you sure this isn't Disney? This animation does have a kind of early Disney feel to it. And the description on Wikipedia actually refers to these as Mickey Mouse-like mice. So they do kind of look like mini Mickeys, little Mickey Mouses. And they're dancing, and they're dancing to the music and interacting with different instruments. The music is It's Got Me Again, which is where the song comes from. It's playing on a gramophone. One of my favourite bits is when the mice are in sync and they jump up and down to the rhythm on it kind of looks like a snare drum or something. I'm not entirely sure what it was. Could have been a tambourine. But it jump up and down on a skin to make the rhythm seem like it's coming from them. And I really enjoyed that. And I thought the animation was a lot of fun. Didn't really see what the narrative was because I didn't really read anything about this to begin with. But then eventually it kicks in and this cat comes along. And the cat kind of reminded me of Lucifer. So I'm still getting those Disney vibes even now. Although, given the release date of Cinderella, obviously not a direct copycat. Copycat wasn't intentional, but I'm rather pleased with that pun, to be honest. And this cat comes along and decides to try and eat these mice. And most of the mice escape. And there is one mouse that becomes quite trapped. And then all of the other mice try to save this mouse. I won't say what happens, but it's a child-friendly cartoon, so you can kind of come to your own conclusion. But I thought it was very sweet. The bit where the cat comes along, me being a big cat fan, I thought that would have been the bit where it got really exciting and I really enjoyed it. I still did like it, but I actually prefer the bit that comes before that, when the mice are all dancing to the rhythms and interacting with the instruments, and I like that a lot. Obviously black and white. The narrative is there. It does have a beginning, middle, and end. The mice are having fun. The cat comes along and there's danger. And then it concludes with what happens at the end. Soundtrack is really good, very engaging. Music is by Frank Marsalis or Marsalis. I apologise if I mispronounce that. I am terrible at pronouncing names. I really enjoyed it. I don't think it was as good as Mickey's Orphans, which I said I think should have won. But I kind of think it was better than the winner that did win, which is Disney's Silly Symphony short, Flowers and Trees. So there we have it. This is my first Warner Brothers short from the 30s. Looking forward to seeing more. It is pretty good fun.